Well, have you ever gotten off the beaten path and stayed at a non-traditional haunted historic hotel? One that's in the middle of nowhere, but yet in the center of everything. It's time for a Dave Trip. We're headed to Mamou, the deepest part of the Cajun Prairie, a place known for Mardi Gras, Steve Riley, Fred's Lounge, and the Historic Hotel Cazan. Valerie Cahill is a New Orleans lady through and through, so how'd she end up owning a hotel in Mamou?
The musical culture, people come from around the world to study with real musicians and learn to do things. So in answer to your question, why here instead of somewhere else, I sensed an opportunity here. The people are wonderful, the backdrop is amazing, but it is a different experience.
Now, opening day was, to say the least, interesting.
Active sale was the 1st of February in 2016, but the first Mardi Gras was very, very early in February. And the locals asked us to please, please, please open. It was almost impossible because they had kept it climate controlled, but we had to be able to open inside of 9 days. I brought in a SWAT team, and it was friends, it was family. We were ready, and we opened that Mardi Gras.
The place has quite a history and perhaps a few that never checked out.
There is what I'm going to call a ghost. It looks almost like cloud-like energy, like if you're in a plane and you look out the window. A female form goes straight out through here. Her name is Mathilde, with an H, like Matilda Mathilde.
Right.
My understanding is her happiest times were working here. She was in an unhappy marriage, is my understanding. And the kitchen is still where the kitchen was, but there was a big dining room in the back. And so all day long, she was coming in and out as she did when she was in her happiest times.
Some of the guests have experiences that aren't explained.
Well, all kinds of stuff had been turned off, other stuff was turned on. Yeah, right. I said, no ma'am, not me. I mean, you couldn't tell them it wasn't a ghost because their door was locked and our doors are solid core doors.
Even an armed robbery that took place and the bullet hole is still there.
The person that was intoxicated, he didn't have any money to get a cocktail. They said, hey, why don't you go rob a bank? But I'm sure they were kidding, and my understanding was like, no, we just rob you. But he was drunk, nobody was hurt.
She's thrilled she can pair with other downtown merchants for events.
Anything that happens here, Little Mamou is the backdrop of it. When Anthony Bourdain was here, he rest in peace. They stayed here, they filmed from the rooftop, but they got to know everybody around here. They ate gumbo here that Miss Camille's husband made, Randy Fontenot. They went next door to Crazy Cajun Cafe, they went to Fred's. Well, all of us that are a part of Mamou's downtown, we stick together on stuff. So when we have an event, hey, they're in on it, we're in on it, what can we do to help?
And you get the opportunity to make yourself as comfortable as home.
People say, I don't feel like I'm in a hotel, I feel like I'm in extra guest bedrooms. Yeah. We've got a man in the hotel right now who said he's never felt more at home because it's not like the feeling you get at a chain. You're at your uncle's house or your grandmother.
And of course, everything you need is right there.
Here we love to have fun, they like to drink, they like to have a good party. But you can park your car and leave the keys at the front desk because everything is right here, everything. You're gonna have a weekend unlike any other because we say, you know, unless the press picks it up, what happens in Mamou stays in Mamou. You've got everything on one block and every bar has a different flavor. Every restaurant is a little different and it's all right here.
There are always things going on. In fact, this weekend, Mr. Willie Duraso, a 100-year-old World War II veteran and fiddle player, will be honored at the first ever Duraso Fiddle Contest. Now, they still need some contestants. You can call the hotel for details. I'll have that information at KATC.com and our Facebook page.